Y'all see this picture of Jay-Z with Aaliyah? Y'all remember Foxy Brown and Jay? Ain't no woman like the one I got. No one could love you better. Before that song came out, we used to hear it. I used to tell shit. I was like, woo, that shit. Him and Mystical.
Did Jay-Z's dark past with underage girls just resurface? Rumors about his connections to Foxy Brown, his obsession with Aaliyah, and even the control he allegedly holds over Beyonce are swirling again. Some say there's more to Aaliyah's tragic death, with whispers of substances, manipulation, and even Jay-Z's involvement. Oh, and later on it gets even crazier. Jaguar Wright exposes the dark secrets of the industry that celebrities don't want you to know.
He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life identity, and took his love.
For years, Jaguar Wright has been a vocal critic, accusing rappers and music executives of engaging in questionable practices to advance their careers, with Jay-Z frequently at the center of her allegations regarding his dark past with underage girls. Wright argues that Jay-Z's actions go beyond mere industry competition and ethical boundaries, claiming he is even more ruthless than figures like Diddy. She also alleges that Jay-Z has manipulated artists like Aaliyah and Foxy Brown to serve his interests. Recently, Foxy Brown had opened up about the challenges she faced as a young girl on her journey to rap stardom. Reports suggest that when she was just 15, Jay-Z, who was 27 at the time, played a significant role in her early experiences. Rumors are circulating that he allegedly financed her shopping sprees and pampering at hair and nail salons during her high school years, supposedly in exchange for intimacy.
In the beginning, we'd jump in the van, we'd go to Maryland, we'd go anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Wendy Williams also discussed this topic, stating, Jay-Z and Foxy Brown were allegedly a romantical thing. All right, I'll say alleged, but we know. Yeah, she hit it before Beyonce. Allegedly. Foxy Brown and Jay-Z collaborated frequently throughout the 90s, with Jay-Z even credited for writing several songs on Foxy's debut album. Their first major duet, Ain't No N-Word, was featured on the soundtrack for Eddie Murphy's The Nutty Professor, released in 1996. However, the song was actually recorded in 1994 when Foxy was just 15 years old. Now, can someone explain why Jay-Z had a 15-year-old singing these explicit lyrics? Ain't no one like the one I got, no one can F you better. Sleeps around, but he gives me a lot, keeps you in diamonds and leathers. Friends will tell me I should leave you alone. Tell the freaks to find a man of their own, man of their own, man of their own. There were also reports claiming that Jay-Z gave Foxy Brown an STD during their alleged relationship.
Y'all should go back and talk to all of the niggas that she slept with in Philly when she was in Philly. She burned every last one of them. She sent more to the clinic than COVID.
Not only did he give her STDs, there's a tape out there involving Foxy Brown, Jay-Z, and they weren't alone. Rumor has it that Jamie Foxx was hanging out with them and allegedly having a threesome with them too. According to circulating stories, Jay-Z reportedly signed Foxy to multiple gag orders after she, Jamie, and Jay allegedly engaged in a threesome. Not long after the incident, the tape was mysteriously robbed from her home. However, when these allegations surfaced, Foxy denied them, telling TMZ the reports were complete BS. The atrociousness of this story sickened me to my stomach. Any and everyone involved will be contacted by my attorney. In all my years in the music industry, these are the most disgusting and disrespectful allegations I've ever experienced. This fictitious story, with no audio, visual, or written interview, clearly was concocted with malicious intent. I will not let any undercover hater create discord and disrespect my name and reputation. This disrespect will not be tolerated. While we still haven't found videos to back up the allegations, Jay-Z and Foxy Brown's relationship has been a topic of discussion among those who were in the know during the 90s. Even Nick Cannon attempted to get answers from Dame Dash about Foxy Brown's age when she was signed, but Dame Dash had this to say. Nick Cannon then mentioned that he believed Foxy Brown was 16 when she signed with Jay-Z, prompting Dame Dash to quickly fire back, urging him to speak his mind directly.
Seems like you got a question for Jay. Ask him. Don't ask me his questions, bro. I'm not taking it.
I'm not just, okay.
Y'all can keep asking me questions.
We're moving on.
Y'all keep asking me questions y'all want to ask him, because he ain't here. Ask him. I ain't got shit to do with that, and I don't even know nothing about that. And now I don't even want to remember nothing about that.
You don't want to remember.
I didn't even think about Foxy Brown. I'm like, why you asking me about Foxy Brown?
And if you still don't believe everything you've been hearing, maybe you'll believe Nas, who directly called it out in his song Ether. Foxy got you hot because you kept your face in her puss. What you think? You getting girls now because of your looks? As much as Foxy may insist that there was nothing going on between her and Jay-Z, all these claims can't be coming from nowhere. Plus, it raises the question, why did her career take a nosedive despite having Jay in her corner? Given her immense talent and how highly she speaks of him, wouldn't you think he would have done more to keep her relevant if they were truly close? It's really not surprising that many people believe that once Jay was done with Foxy, he simply let her fall off the radar. Foxy Brown isn't the only one tied to unsettling allegations involving Jay-Z. Another name that often comes up in these discussions is Aaliyah. Aaliyah, who tragically passed away in 2001, was reportedly the subject of Jay-Z's intense interest in the late 90s. Dame Dash went on to reveal more about Jay-Z's troubling obsession with younger girls, sharing that he chose to distance himself from Jay after realizing that Jay-Z had no intention of cutting ties with R. Kelly, even after Kelly was exposed as a predator. For those who don't know, R. Kelly was caught lying about Aaliyah's age and secretly married her when she was just 15 years old. You would think that after this scandal, Jay-Z would stop associating with him, but instead he teamed up with R. Kelly to release their joint album, The Best of Both Worlds. Well, what most people don't know is that Jay-Z was also interested in dating Aaliyah. According to Dame Dash, Jay-Z reportedly began sending her flowers and inviting her to his parties, trying to win her over.
I guess Jay was trying to get at her as well, and I didn't know. He was sending flowers and he was courting her.
Because the rumor originally was that you were connected to Jay. Exactly. Jay and I were hanging out a lot. He's my homie. We had a lot of fun together, but we never dated like that.
Although Aaliyah never publicly discussed their relationship, the record executive disclosed that they dated from 2000 until her untimely death, and they had even contemplated marriage. In a 2009 interview with Page Six, Damon Dash revealed that everybody was trying to get to Aaliyah, but he noted that he never pursued her as hard as Jay-Z did. Jay-Z was rumored to be dating the Queen of the Damned actress back in 1999 when they were 29 and 20 years old, respectively. However, Dash eventually won Aaliyah's heart, and as he explained to the publication, her fling with Jay-Z never materialized. I did not know Jay was trying to holler at her, but then it just happened like that. He was trying, I was trying, everybody was trying, he was going hard. Damon Dash even suggested that Aaliyah had rejected Jay-Z's advances or perhaps kept him in the friend zone. This revelation highlights Jay-Z's long-standing animosity towards R. Kelly, particularly given that Kelly ultimately married the girl Jay-Z was interested in. Dash further disclosed that Jay-Z displayed noticeable resentment upon discovering that he was pursuing Aaliyah. Interestingly, both men ended up putting in significant effort, even finding themselves in the same house on the 4th of July.
So we were both going hard, and we ended up in the same house 4th of July. So we, for some reason, this day...
Wait a minute, you, Jay, and Aaliyah ended up in the same house?
Yeah.
It was a situation where Aaliyah's attention might sway toward Damon one moment, and then toward Jay-Z the next. Damon emphasized his consistency in his pursuit of the singer, saying, "I just threw my A game." And then, I guess Jay was trying to get at her as well, and I didn't know. It got brought up and I was like, both of y'all. But it never worked out for them, and we were both trying to get at her. But matters like love can't always remain the same, as following Aaliyah's tragic plane crash, rumors circulated that her death was a sacrificial act orchestrated by others in the industry. Allegations emerged suggesting that Aaliyah didn't actually want to be on that plane. Instead, she was reportedly given a sedative without her consent, causing her to lose consciousness. It was during this vulnerable state that she was placed on the plane to wrap up filming for her music video. Some of the rumors suggested that Jay-Z might be involved in Aaliyah's murder, as Jaguar Wright has already said.
And they were making so many records together. They made all those records together. They both, Aaliyah, they shared so much in common.
For some time now, there has been a prevailing belief that Beyonce could be yet another one of Jay-Z's victims, especially considering her polished public persona and the fact that she was relatively young when their relationship started. As if this situation weren't troubling enough, Jay-Z was also called out by Beyonce's bodyguard, Uncle Ron, who claimed that Jay got Beyonce hooked on substances in order to exert control over her.
Yeah, Beyonce's on drugs. She been on them for a long time, and you keep her that way.
Their official relationship began when Beyonce was just 19 and Jay-Z was a significantly older 31, which sparked considerable buzz among fans and led to much speculation. However, it gets even worse. In a 2007 interview with Charlie Rose, Jay-Z mentioned that he had met Beyonce a decade earlier in 1997. If that's the case, Beyonce would have been only 16 at the time of their meeting, possibly even 15, depending on the exact date. The idea that Jay-Z, then in his late 20s, around 27 or 28, was pursuing a 16-year-old Beyonce raises serious eyebrows. Consequently, many people view Beyonce as a victim, often overlooked in the narrative when Jay-Z faces scrutiny for his questionable actions.
How long have you known her?
Wow, a long time.
How long? 10 years?
However long she's been recording. That's when I met her.
Well, don't you remember how long it was?
Yeah, when I met her. I mean,
was it 5 years ago? Was it?
I met her 10 years ago.
But did you say to yourself at that time, wow?
That's a fantastic.
Beyonce never had much of a social life growing up. She was immersed in her career from a young age, and her parents enforced strict boundaries. She had only one boyfriend during high school, which meant she had minimal experience with men before meeting Jay-Z. Many believe that this power imbalance is why Beyonce struggled to divorce him even after his infidelity. He's the only man she's known since her teenage years.
I feel like she never got to experience life with the different types of people, and the fact that he was so old, low-key, I feel like the only way she expresses herself is through her music.
In a recent interview with 17 magazine, which named her Style Star of the Year, Beyonce candidly discussed her relationship with Jay-Z and revealed why it took her 8 years to finally walk down the aisle with him. I was 18 when we first met, 19 when we first started dating, Beyonce told 17. There was no rush. No one expected me to run off and get married. I really don't believe that you will love the same thing when you're 20 as you do at 30. So that was my rule. Before the age of 25, I would never get married. I feel like you have to get to know yourself, know what you want, spend some time by yourself, and be proud of who you are before you can share that with someone else. Jaguar Wright claims that Jay-Z might be the true kingpin behind it all, asserting that he's even more dangerous than Diddy. According to her, the only reason Jay-Z hasn't been caught yet is that he operates with greater intelligence and caution than Diddy.
Sean Carter is worse.
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy. Just been lining up people he calls friends and stepping to the side while they get hit by the guillotine for 30 fucking years.
These stories are only scratching the surface of Diddy's case. Wait till you hear what he did to Usher in this video we just put out. See you there.